Psychology is basically trying to figure out why you scroll Instagram at 3 a.m. and regret at 3 or 5 a.m. In this video, we are going to understand what is the meaning of psychology. Psychology is the scientific study of mental processes, experiences, and behaviors. When we talk about psychology, psychology is considered as a science. So, it uses observation, experimentation, and analysis. All the decisions are taken on the facts, not on feelings. You can't just say, my intuition says he is lazy. Psychology will say, let's observe his behavior in 5 different situations first before passing a judgment. Now, when we try to understand the behavior, because psychology is all about observations, experimentation, understanding the behavior, so we can understand the behavior in 2 different ways. The first one is covert behavior. Here, we try to understand and observe the thoughts and feelings. The next one is overt behavior, overt with an O. Here, we talk about actions and gestures. So what is the difference? When we talk about covert behavior, we talk about thoughts and feelings which are hidden. But when we talk about overt behavior, it includes actions and gestures which are visible to the eye. So for example, let's say you introduce your best friend to your parents, and your best friend says something which you do not like in front of your parents, you feel like punching him or slapping him. So when you are thinking about slapping him, that is the covert behavior. But when you actually punch your best friend, then that is an overt behavior. So overt behavior is visible, the covert behavior is still at the thought level or at the thought stage. So here, thinking about slapping the best friend is covert. Slapping the best friend is overt. Don't do either, just breathe. Now, when we talk about the branches of psychology, cognitive psychology is one of the branches. It talks about thinking, memory, problem solving, and knowledge. So for example, when you try to memorize or when you memorize PIN code of your mobile phone or the pattern of your mobile phone, or maybe the PIN code of the ATM that you have, or maybe the PIN code of the ATM of your parents, here you are using your brain that this is the PIN, this is the pattern. And here, when we understand these phenomena or when we try to study these phenomena, this comes under cognitive psychology domain. The other one is developmental psychology. So here we study the people who grow over a period of time. So for example, a toddler may say dad, but when he or she grows up, he will say or she will say, dad, I want an iPhone. So we are studying the toddler to the mature person or maybe a teenager. And when we are studying all these stages, this area comes under developmental psychology. Next field is social psychology. It studies how people behave in the groups. So why do we clap in the movies? Or when the peer pressure exists, then what kind of decisions do we take? All these aspects come under social psychology domain. The next one is clinical psychology. Now it deals with mental health issues. So a therapist, modern day warriors with tissues and empathies, all these areas come under clinical psychology. The next one is industrial organization psychology or IO psychology. It studies workplace behavior, like it figures out why nobody wants to attend Monday meetings. Now, when we talk about psychology, can we compare this with common sense? Answer is no. Common sense is based on personal experience, while psychology is based on scientific methods. So common sense may say boys don't cry, but we all know they do, and therefore psychology will say let them cry, it's healthy and scientifically backed. So this is the difference. Here's the difference between common sense and psychology. Now, next is the goals of psychology. There can be various goals. For example, describing a behavior can be one of the goals. For example, your friend is sleeping in the class. So here you're describing the behavior, and psychology is all about observing that. Let's move to the next level. And the next step is explaining the behavior. Your friend is sleeping, then you try to come up with some inferences or hypothesis. Why is he sleeping in the class? Maybe he watched a web series till 4 a.m. in the morning and that's why he is asleep. Next could be predicting the behavior. Whether he'll be sleeping tomorrow, you don't know, but yes, you're going to observe that. So prediction is also one of the goals of psychology. And the last one is control. Let's ban his Netflix. This is what you decide so that he should not sleep in the class. So that will come under the last goal of psychology, that is controlling. Psychology in daily life. So in school, do we see psychology? Answer is yes. Why students don't study even after opening the book and we keep on daydreaming, we keep on thinking, that is also the part of psychology. So it comes under the school psychology. In relationship, when she or he saw your message and still did not reply, after those double tick how you feel, that is also the part of psychology. In sports, when you are able to perform in one of the matches but not in others, what is going on in your mind? So that is a part of sports psychology. Now, psychology is not about reading minds as some people might tell you. It's about understanding the behavior with logic, lab coats, and a dash of compassion. Psychology is like a Google map for the mind. It helps you understand why you keep taking wrong turns in life. And yes, it helps you in taking the right turn as well.